we're fueling open source innovation, or we're fueling application innovation through driving truly the entire platform as open source. Mentioned the 10,000 developers. We have multiple Linux distribution support. We've just received full Sun Java SE qualification. We talk about the numerous open source applications. I would prefer, rather than going down each of those individually, point you to plugcomputer.org, where all of these ideas you can see are being fed back into this central forum. So in 2010, we envisage the plug powering the always-on consumer lifestyle. If we look at what's happened over the last year, in this first adoption wave, multiple partners have taken the basic development kit, turned products very, very quickly, literally in one to 2 months, been able to turn products, really empowering the user and releasing, empowering all those USB drives that you have stored at home. Very nice, connectivity kind of model where, it's plug and play directly into your laptop or into your PC. But now we've kind of really empowered those USB storage devices by simply connecting in through the USB port. That one drive now has 24/7 access and can be accessed wherever you are in the world, wherever you are on a mobile basis. Plug computing went retail this last year with the Seagate DocStar. So the same Armada processor, the same software stack, the same kind of service layer that we present is embedded in that product. And of course, I guess most of the audience here is familiar with the DocStar product. And throughout, we've been religious about building not just the software, but the platform, the hardware, as zero configuration. Been religious about being plug and play. If you look at the development kit, the plug that's been handed around, I can't see exactly where it is, but hopefully it's going around. It's very important to note in there that, if you look at the part there, there is no on-off button. There's actually a LED on there, but that's for development purposes only. The idea is, you take the product, you take it out the box, you plug it in the wall, you connect wired to the router if you want gigabit Ethernet rates, you connect Wi-Fi to the router if you just want kind of portable access throughout the home. But the point is, you plug it in a wall socket and you forget about it. Zero configuration, 24/7, always on. That's kind of the religion that we drove in at the platform level, in the SDK, and thankfully, pretty much all the applications we see now being developed on top of that are leveraging that kind of infrastructure and that core philosophy. Second wave, we start to see kind of the basic use case, basic storage, sharing, web browser interface, now as a service getting integrated into host-based or cloud-based services. This is kind of the second step. And we believe through this year, we have the ecosystem and the framework in place to create a very healthy value chain all the way through that ecosystem of partners that today are working on, as I mentioned, point products as well as overlaid application, kind of multi-service products. I think just yesterday or the day before yesterday we announced Plug 3.0, and that's going to be on show at CES. In actual fact, I have one here, and it literally is the very first one. It's the very first one from our manufacturing site, thank you, Ben. Very first one from just one of the ODMs and one of our manufacturing partners. There'll be multiple Plug 3.0 solutions that we'll be showcasing at CES. This is literally the first. Nobody else has seen it. We just got it delivered maybe an hour ago, so we can hand that around. And we've really pushed the envelope. Plug 1.0, Plug 2.0 was based on a 1.2 gigahertz, actually went from 1 gigahertz to 1.2 gigahertz core processor. Pretty amazing feat to be able to do that and maintain and kind of maintain that within a 1 watt power envelope. We have to operate at sub 1 watt because when you add the memory and other kind of peripheral components, we have only a 3 watt power envelope to fit in a plug adapter type plastic enclosure. So total power envelope is about 3 watts. We take the inefficiencies of the power supply that's embedded in there. We've got other components, of course, namely the memory. And what we've managed to do in plug 3.0 is take our Armada 300 SoC that was launched, I think, like last week. We've bumped up the speed from 1.2 gigahertz to 2 gigahertz and maintained that 1 watt power envelope. So real technology push there. So from a pure performance perspective, we increased to 2 gigahertz. From a connectivity perspective, we maintained the gigabit Ethernet port. And now we've got integrated Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. And then finally, for the product that you see handed around, and we have different varieties with different embedded drives and some without embedded drives in the new Plug 3.0 family. But the version that you have there is a fully embedded, fully standalone plug computer with 320 gig hard drive. Just to give you an idea of how we're pushing the envelope. From a strategic or from a vision standpoint, the idea there is that application developers can now purchase a single development platform. In Plug 1.0, Plug 2.0, we always had the modularity to be able to add extra connectivity options, extra storage options. In this case, we've consolidated that and created a superset platform that basically any developer can take without add-ons, with all the drivers fully natively supported, can truly develop any application of your choice. So that's kind of the philosophy behind really pushing the technology envelope and pushing the platform envelope by making those really quantum steps in both performance, connectivity, and storage. So I can wrap up. I think we've got a few minutes, and then we can go into a Q&A. So in summary, our vision around the plug computer is that this is a device that is clearly needed today, has the ability to ship into every home, literally on the planet. Home NAS as we know it, and kind of how we've grown up with it, is definitely crossing the chasm. And in Plug 3.0, we provide an intelligent gateway to what we in Marvell call Internet 3.0, which you'll see part of some of our CES positioning is a substantial build-out in the way we believe the infrastructure needs to expand to support new services, the always-on consumer lifestyle. And finally, today, I'm sure we'll have a follow-up. I'll be asked, what is that killer app? While I'm pretty confident about much of establishing this new product category, I'm pretty confident that we have the right ecosystem in place, pretty confident that we've built the right framework for value all the way through the chain. The one thing I can't give you is that killer app. What I can hopefully provide and build is a framework that allows 10,000 developers. We hope, of course, after CES will be more than 10,000. Maybe we can grow that to 10,000, to 50,000, to 100,000 application developers. And I think intuitively, hopefully you go away with also the same intuition that there's a real opportunity for some killer apps to be developed here. So I would say maybe watch this space. Maybe we get together again next year, and we'll be able to review exactly what those killer apps are.